The pressure is increasing. The pressure is getting intense. Can you feel it? Last night, major social media platforms went down, sparking many conversations on what it signified. Honestly, can you ever remember a time one of the major tech platforms went down, let alone all of them at once? Collectively, people are feeling pressure from their jobs, medical industries, and governments to stand firm in their sovereign and human freedoms. Personally, many are having to face the very issues that have been ignored for so long. Spiritually, we are in a mass ascension process as our planet has entered a space in the cosmos of much higher frequencies that she only passes through every 26,000 years. Our planet is being blasted by cosmic pressure to her magnetosphere as she comes up to speed. We can see her burning, erupting, and shedding all that no longer serves her as she ascends into these higher frequencies. All inhabitants of Earth must ascend with her to resonate with these higher frequencies as well. Our collective is now being forced into the spiritual process of ascension to rise up into higher consciousness. Ascension is the natural evolutionary process of shedding our old self and transforming through raising our emotional and spiritual intelligence to a higher level of consciousness. Because of our planetary orbit, all of humanity is having to shed and rebirth into higher vibrational beings. This is a time of biblical proportions, and we can see all its effects as we look within and without into our external world. The pressure is building, but what does that mean for you in the context of this now moment and the next 24 hours? Let's break this down into your multidimensional parts to cover the whole existence of who you are. The spiritual fifth dimensional self. If you are reading this, chances are that your soul has guided you in the last few years to make major changes in your life. You have already done some major purging of old habits, patterns, and behaviors that no longer serve your inner being. That means you have made space in your outer world that was reflecting the old patterns by purging people and circumstances that were no longer aligned with your new emerging self. Many have transformed from an egoically created self that was led by expectations of the outside world, collective ideologies, and the templates of normal living taught in our Western culture. Over the course of your spiritual awakening, your higher self has come closer and closer to the surface as you've continued to do the massive work to uplevel all parts of you. You chose to do the work to bring healing and health to your being spiritually, emotionally, and physically. First of all, you are to be honored, sweet soul. You chose your own sovereignty and freedom, and that is no small task given the limitations our outer world places on us to conform. The good news is that if this is you, the current pressures in our collective, spiritual, energetic, and physical atmospheres won't feel as intense because your higher self has taken control of your beingness. She doesn't control from ego. Her form of control is leading from the heart, so she will guide you through any pressures inwardly or from the outside world. She knows the way to navigate any challenges that arise. Your ego has submitted and will be quieter now, so you won't be triggered as much by the challenges caused by the atmospheric pressures. Justice is being served to those who have not done the spiritual work, and many are having to face challenges like never before. Their ego is still in charge, so they will be led by the fear, and it is at the root of all that triggers them. This is where you get to practice compassion, empathy, and embrace your healing nature to be in service to others. You understand what they are going through. You've been through it already. You have pushed the boulder up the mountain already, so as you reach the crescendo of expansion, it will be yours to support those who still are pushing the boulder. This is where you get to embody your higher self as she is in the lead and allow your heart to love those who are being forced to ascend higher to meet the pressures of vibrational ascension. Think of this time as being a frontline worker in the energetic sense, and it is you and all of us who have done this work to lead the healing. How beautiful. It is our time to take the lead, and sweet soul, that means it is your time to bring the love. Your emotional fourth dimensional self. Your higher self is your spiritual self. She operates through our hearts, which is the portal between the spiritual self and the physical self. Your heart is being called to service now. Be confident that you have what it takes. As mentioned, the ego has submitted to your higher self, which means your multi-dimensional self is fully integrated. You are a peace warrior and can handle anything that may arise in your life. Pay attention to anything that may still be weighing on your heart and handle it. You will be able to discern quickly now whether you need to fully release the burden or if it is something that requires temporary work to alchemize. Trust where your heart leads you. You are clear now. Plus, you are at the end of a cycle, so this is the last round, so to speak, with this heaviness. In the meantime, remember that you are adept at managing your emotions. Be steadfast in what your desired outcome is. And you know now that the outcome isn't necessarily what it is going to look like, but what it will feel like. Higher frequencies feel like love, peace, joy, contentment. In other words, they make you feel epic, rad, stoked, etc. Be free to add your own unique words. Any heaviness you may be experiencing is so close to lifting, so trust who is at the helm, you, of your journey, and allow the journey to unfold. Your physical third dimensional self. With your soul-led higher self at the helm, your physical world will expand quickly. There is now the full possibility of success, so keep going with whatever you've got going on that brings you joy. Your success will provide, and our multidimensional selves are not just keen on providing monetarily. That's not how the higher dimensions of living work. We leave the attachment to money to the denser dimensions of duality and materialism. Yes, monetary support will come, as will higher vibrational, emotional intelligence, as well as health in mind, body, and spirit. The meaning of abundance expands into all aspects of your life so you can better be of service with your mission soul. This is a reminder to not get caught up in the outer chaos of the world. Stay in your lane, which is in your personal life. As your world expands, so too will your outer world. Your expansion will combine with others who resonate in your energetic realm, and that energy will multiply and expand to affect all outer worlds. Our collective energy will automatically create the change we all want to see in the outer world. Final thoughts? Your higher self is in the lead. When you surrender to the trust you have in her, you will remember that she is plugged into the infinite wisdom of Source consciousness. Simply allow her to do what she does best. Transform pressure into magnificence, to being with and loving the pressure of the times. This is Vidette Mayer. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you on the next Daily Tune-In. If today's Daily Tune-In brought you value and insight, please consider giving in return for that value by leaving a love offering. All donations go to keeping this platform operating and in service to humanity during these transformational times. To go even deeper into your soul frequency, please consider these offerings. For personal insights into your most pressing questions and concerns, get an energetic insight reading delivered directly to your inbox. To take a quantum leap in your transformation, book a personal session with Vidette. There are several options available based on how deeply you would like to go into your most desired soul-led life. To find more information and to book your sessions, please visit VidetteMayer.com.